Ooh-wee. Run a little lazy. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. Theo, you're in the building. I thought you was doing a live. Ha 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 ha. What's up, Diabolico? Be crazy and the phasey. Oh, my bad. I must have missed that. I probably didn't go back and check my massages. Okie dokie, y'all. Wait for a couple more folks to get off of Diesel. He was like, yes, we love lives. Lives, we live for lives, and we love lives. Lives live lively. I think that makes sense. What is up, most benevolent king? Peace. All right, y'all in the building fast. I ain't I'm gonna try not to keep y'all too terrible long, cause I gotta help somebody out down at the theater because they are doing a one-woman show, and I gotta show them how to run the lights and the sound and all of that stuff. So yeah, we probably won't be here too terrible long. We get into what we get into and get done. Ronnie J, what's good? Playboy, what's happening? What's cracking? What's going on up in this piece? Glad to see y'all here this evening for Thursday Live. I knew something was missing. Doggone it. Didn't get my cup of tea. We're gonna talk about representation, y'all. We're gonna talk about representation in case y'all didn't know. Well, I said so, didn't I? So okay, shouldn't come as no surprise. Representation. All right, here we go. Probably be a lot of it. Probably be a whole lot of it. Oh, yeah, I see you had your eyeball on that book, sir. Don't freak out. It's actually the reading copy. It's the reading copy. It's not the original. I do have Avengers #9, but it isn't nearly in as great condition as this. But anyways, yeah. Mine's is only it's sealed. Mine's is probably only worth like maybe 1,000, but I ain't on that new stuff. I'm on the old stuff. You know what I mean? Since everybody paying attention to all this digital art and this, that, and the third. Yeah. It is mint condition. There you go. See? It's a reproduction. But like I said, I do have that joint. But Kang is going to be the segue into what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay? In the title, y'all see that we're going to be talking about representation or the lack thereof. 9.9. Yeah, that's a that's a 9.9 all day, fam. Just got it a couple weeks ago. It better be a 9.9. Shoot, should be a 10. No, it ain't. I already got some wear and tear. Anyway, representation. We're going to talk about two different types of representation. Okay? We're going to talk about representation, period, and we're going to talk about Black representation. Now, for the 10 or so people that are currently in the live, the question is this: what is Black representation? Give you a little time to think about that one before we dive in and I start hitting y'all from different angles. Because as y'all well know, I am a devil's advocate. Most benevolent king, I have not done a review of Ant-Man yet. At this point, though, I don't even know if I want to see this yet. You know, because everything I'm hearing about it is like blah, 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 meh, 2 out of 5. You know what I mean? And I'm not tripping on it, you know, because I'm at a point now where it's just like FUX with Marvel, but I don't have to FUX with Marvel. You know what I mean? As far as they movies and whatnot. And I feel like, you know, this channel would be just fine if we never, ever, ever, ever do a review on Ant-Man. But I mean, like I said, if my man come through again this weekend, because he got sick last weekend, we were supposed to go last weekend. But if he's still sick, I'll probably let him drag me out and go, because I'm not. It ain't gonna be my guap. I tell you that right now. Especially, you know, they done told me to reveal Kang gets his ass kicked by giant ants. Are you fucking kidding me? Weak, whack. This is gonna be the big bad. That's like Thanos being defeated by a flock of birds. You know what I mean? No imagination whatsoever. Really? So yeah, okay. Back to Black representation. I have a reprint copy of Fantastic Four where T'Challa made his first debut in the comics. Ronnie, I have the actual comic and not a representation. So, yes, I am intimately familiar with that story. I was looking for a Black Panther figure that can do the scene where there's a scene in there, and Jack Kirby's known for this scene where T'Challa is kicking both Johnny and Ben at the same time. And this is the only Black Panther figure I've seen that can depict that kick. The rest of them kind of go to about there and they don't go all the way out. But maybe I might have to take these legs and put them on a different figure. Oh, well. Anyway, Black representation. All right, we're going to get into this. Diabolical Nerd says, Black representation was what we thought we was going to get with BP1, but I guess that's a one and done like everything else. D. Diesel says more positive portrayals than negative. Okay. D. Diesel says introducing him in that film was a dumb idea. But if he got defeated by Ultron, yeah, I would buy that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, a bunch of giant ants kicking his butt and you can freeze time. Why you can't freeze those ants? I bet there's some dumb writing in there that says, oh, ants are immune to time control in the quantum universe, or some old BS like that. And it's just like, man, come on. In this comic right here, Kang gave that lineup of Avengers all they could effing handle. Okay? And now you're telling me this guy right here from the 40th century, with all of that technology at his disposal, is getting beat up cinematically by ants. Ants. Okay. And this, among other reasons, is why they will never get another cent of my money. Because they, and I said it earlier this week, they are headed for an early demise. A lot of people don't believe it. Oh, they're making millions. Oh, but let's back up. Is Disney or is Disney not in financial hot water right now? So they are heavy in throw anything up against the wall and see if it sticks mode. Okay, so that's why you're getting all of these outlandish ass ideas and concepts, because they trying to come up with something like Blade. You know what I'm saying? Marvel was in the throes of bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? And Blade did a lot. I ain't gonna, because a lot of people say Blade saved Marvel. Blade was the catalyst that led to events that eventually saved Marvel. But now Disney is in dire straits because, number one, they wanted to own the whole damn earth and they didn't know how to go about it. They were just like a kid with a $20 bill in a candy store and he was just going nuts. I want that. 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 And then when you eat it all and get sick, it's like, oh, what to do now? That's where they're at right now. They stretch themselves way too effing thin. Then an entire phase sucked ass. So that drained a bunch of money. Now we in special effects straits. You know what I mean? We having issues where, oh, we can't do good special effects. Well, what are superhero movies predicated upon? To some degree, special effects. If you ain't got the guap for special effects, you ain't gonna be in the superhero movie making business for too much longer, because you own all of this other stuff that you got to tend to and account for, and you ain't gonna be able to do that because. So this, what my man Chillmonger likes to call temporary representation, is going on right now with them. Temporary representation. And we should know by now, since Nick Fury is the only swap that ever had a lasting effect. And even now, it's like he's an afterthought now, because both Nick Furies are occupying the same universe. I know. In June, they got Ultimate Invasion coming out. I read up on that. Cool. Why'd you get rid of the 1610 in the first damn place? But it was a Jonathan Hickman thing, so I can't be real mad at it. But, you know, you got Hitch on it, so it's going to look good. You know what I mean? I don't get it, though. I mean, we got to bring back more characters from the 1610. Are we going to get that mutant T'Challa? We're going to have two T'Challas occupying the same universe at the same time. Oh, but don't mind me. I'm going to check out these comments. Spoiler, he barely used any time manipulation. Failure already. Failure. He's Kang. That's his thing. That's what he does. Nerfed. Yeah, like every other character in the MCU. Nerfed like a mother. You know what they said, Marvel, they don't stick to the comics. Nah, they don't stick to the comics, but they do try to stick BS ass concepts in a movie and pass it off as, look at this, y'all. But now we doing an Eternals 2 and a Shang-Chi 2, but no conversation about a Black Panther 3. Okay, I'm gonna read the comments again. Kamoyo Kid said everything is a joke to Marvel these days. Ain't that the truth? Why we gotta have all this he ha ha har har? You know, come on, be serious. Professor said at this point, Kang isn't even in the same league as Thanos. Oh, so maybe the Council of Kangs will have something to say about that, perhaps? Done that. Maybe there'll be more than one Kang, or is one Kang gonna go and wipe out all the other Kangs? Pick up a comic book, y'all. These folks at Marvel Studios need to pick up a comic book. Black representation. Let's stay focused. Most Benevolent King says, to me, Black representation means melanated people front and center as the focus. Hold that thought, Benevolent King. These thieves will say there's a reason why Kevin kicked that comic writer story group to the curb. Couldn't afford them. Hickman has unfinished business with the 1610. Yeah. And I hear Miles Morales figures heavy into that since he's a holdover from the 1610. And Ultimatum was the beginning of the end for the Ultimate line. They couldn't repair the damage. Yeah, I was kind of upset about that because the 1610 was where everybody went to die. Literally. And that's where that Ultimatum, they was just murdering. Didn't Wasp get 8? Wasp got 8 by the block. 8. It's a whole lot of grisly deaths. I enjoyed it because it was like you can murder all of them and we still got their doppelganger or the originals in the 616. So it's like, yay, murder. And now we're like, I kind of missed the 1610. Ruben Thomas, what's good, my man? Spoiler, there's a goofy Council of Kangs post-credit scene. Goofy. That's the problem right there. You too busy being goofy. Yeah, they went to 1610 to die. Zane Beto, I be pretty. Ooh wee. That's okay. Okay. LOL, it was a straight yes. Ultimatum was a straight up Merc Fest. Muggs was dying like 95 going south. Goodness. Okay. Black representation. Okay. I need to harken back to a comment by Most Benevolent King. Most Benevolent King said, to me, Black representation means melanated people front and center as the focus. Hey, Grand Madam, how you doing? So King, does that mean that this Wonder Man project counts as melanated people front and center as the focus? I mean, technically, Wonder Man is the story of Simon Williams, and they're making Simon Williams black, and Simon Williams is front and center, and his brother Eric Williams has been announced to be black as well, and he too is front and center. That's black representation. And I ain't trying to jump on your case or nothing like that. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Because to me, that kind of representation is a compromise. We're compromising because we want to see us so badly that we'll settle for whatever they give us. There's a percentage of us who are blissfully unaware. There's another percentage of us that are very aware and care. And then there's a percentage of us who are aware and don't care. Which one of those three demographics are they aiming at? I'll give you the demographics again. The people who don't know. The people who do know. And the people who do know and don't care. Common sense would say they should aim it at the people who don't know. Because what P.T. Barnum say, it's a sucker born every minute. So why don't I just get a million or so suckers and have them give they $17.50 or $25 or whatever they gonna pay, and we try to get back on track to doing what we do best. You know what I mean? So how does that work? If you're gonna aim your projects at the blissfully unaware, because you can give them whatever, but you can't give them the best possible product because number one, you're trying you're come they're I ain't gonna say you, they are coming at it from a cloak and dagger kind of perspective. I'm gonna just slip this on you because you don't know no better, you know, versus the other two demographics that you might not potentially be able to snow or pull the wool over their eyes. So it, to me, it feels like compensation rather than representation. Just a thought. Gray said no, it's checking that temporary diversity box. It's that too, Gray. They're checking that temporary diversity box for the demographic of which I speak. The ones that don't know. The ones that don't know Simon Williams ain't a black man. The one that don't know the Williams brothers never were black men. The ones that don't mind, oh, I'm here for a black Superman. When you got Icon, why do we need to make Superman black? And then you got two, at least two black Supermen who are actually Supermen from Krypton. Why aren't there more black Kryptonians? What is representation? Superman was made in the 1930s, a time when didn't nobody care anything about black folks. So why in the hell should we bother putting a black person in a cartoon or a comic book and try to make them respectable? You know, just like I was talking in the live with Theo last night about Lothar. Lothar is a character that's been around what? Almost 100 years. And it wasn't until 50 years into his existence that they started to treat him with more dignity and respect? Do they want to represent us adequately, properly, copiously? Is the question. These will say race swaps like that at the expense of real black characters isn't positive to me. I agree. Grand Madam said the black wash of Wonder Man is a pacification tactic for those that don't know. Thank you, Grand Madam. Gray said cast Adam Brashear, Misty Knight, Luke Cage, Tyrone Johnson, and T'Challa instead, plus Brother Voodoo. Wow, Gray, that's a lot of black people. I don't know if the budget's going to cover it all. Anyway, Kamayo said, I thought it was there as an anti-recaster born every minute. That too. Black Wonder Man, Black Grim Reaper. Properly. Most benevolent king. In regard to Wonder Man, I wouldn't call or consider that black representation, being that the character was white. And Zhang Beto says many of us will accept crumbs from another's table. It's baffling. Okay, Zhang, this is where I'm at. Remember, I just got done talking about 3 demographics of consumers, which Marvel Studios and Disney cater to. If you don't know you're eating crumbs, you will continue to eat crumbs and like that shit. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like the antidote for this is pumping awareness, and that's what a lot of us have been doing, but we're being met with ignorance. We're being met with trollery. We're being met with people who do not have an earthly clue what the fuck they are talking about. They just regurgitating information. Blah, spit it out. Oh, I heard over here that. Blah. Oh, I heard over here that. Blah. Okay, you heard that. Give me some reference. Give me some details. Help me understand that position right there that you're coming from. And when folks like anti-recasters try to explain those positions, they show how much they don't know. And so it's like, I can't even talk to you. You don't know what you're talking about. You sound like Charlie Brown's teacher, man. Wah, 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 wah. And it's like, what are we supposed to do about that? What are we supposed to do about that? Those of us that helped the Marvel Universe become what it is. Those of us that went out there and spent our money on that first phase, that second phase. And then it just started taking a nosedive for the most part. Because they saw they could put any damn thing on the screen and people will pay. If I could just put anything on the screen, why do I care what people think? If I'm putting it on the screen, they buying it, and I'm getting paid. And I agree with everyone in the chat. That is not representation. Gray said the budget been covering all these other characters nobody was asking for. That part. Kamoyo Kid says, like Futurama, everyone is drinking Slurm. or like on The Simpsons, everybody drinking Duff. Just because it's a Duff beer factory don't mean y'all got to try to keep Duff in business, especially if Duff ain't giving you a quality product and Duff is just giving you whatever they want to give you. You know, discerning consumers are the kryptonite of companies like Marvel Studios, Disney Studios. You know what I'm saying? When we look at the product and say, okay, even when you go off the reservation and you put out a good project, which hasn't been, in my opinion anyway, since phase 3, you haven't put out a good project since phase 3 or a respectable. Some, one, maybe two. But overall, you make like 10, 12 movies and only 2 of them rock. That wasn't a win. And I ain't even going to say rock. I say 2 of them was decent. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Diesel said, plus, just like Adam Warlock, Simon is coming in late 4th quarter. His best storylines involve characters who are either dead or missing in action. True facts. Gray said they got the same mindset as the mayor from Jaws. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. For those of you that have never seen Jaws before, but I know for the most part I'm dealing with OGs, but I'm going to waste time. What he's referring to, the mayor was aware that there was a killer shark in the water, but he was more concerned about putting on a festival and having all of these people come and get all this money and all of this prestige that he was willing to let folks be eaten by a killer shark just to sustain his status quo. Yeah, that is a very good metaphor for Marvel Studios. They're allowing the source material to be devoured and are handing us the carcass and saying, look at that quality stuff we gave you. Sang Beto says Marvel is like NBA 2K. Without competition, they are allowed to put out a mediocre product without fear of losing their customer base. So true. So dang true. So dang true. It is so frustrating, man. And it's like there are people, man, like my man Ray Smith, like Theo, like a lot of us, we grew up on this. And you just bastardizing it and turning it into this Frankenstein that nobody asked for. A lot of it. It's just like, okay. And then when you got a chance to blow somebody up, Monica Rambeau, you make her a footnote in somebody else's movie. She ain't gonna get nearly the shine that she deserves. Not being in a movie with 2 other established characters. Not gonna get near the respect that she deserves. True story, my pops watched the original Jaws in theaters and couldn't take a bath for a week. Nothing but stand-up showers. It was cutting edge for its time. Grand Madam, I do not know. I will have to reach out and see where Mr. Smith is. Ronnie J said Marvel's going to have some competition if DC get it right, and I can't wait to see what happens. They're going to die, Ronnie. That's what's going to happen. They are going to die a painful death. Marvel and DC have been in competition for decades in every way, shape, and form. And for the most part, DC been whooping they ass. Because I've been around for most of it. they, and it's almost like they taking their cue. Or a lot of what they do, they're taking their cue from DC. DC restructured their universe. Marvel got to restructure their universe. DC killed one of their flagship characters. Marvel got to kill one of their flagship characters. Can you mugs get an original idea and run with it? Stop biting off each other. It's embarrassing to watch y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. You are 100% right, Ronnie. If DC get it together, and, and my mama used to say, your ass is grass. And I'm the lawnmower. So they better hope. They better hope. Hope und pray. They better. They're definitely gonna turn Monica into a female Falcon. Yeah, that's the way it looks. You know what I'm saying? But like I always remind everybody, Marvel Studios is owned by Disney. We have seen how Disney feels about Black representation in their movies, TV shows, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It took the 2000s rolling around, you know what I'm saying, and going, Disney, you're not very woke. You know what I'm saying? And so now they're overcompensating. You could have just been respectful. That's all that is. You know, give me as many. Well, they're not going to give you as many Black projects as they are Caucasian projects. You'll probably never see that. And like so many people have said in the past, we got to get our own. We got to do our own. So, you know, maybe we need to ease back, draw back, reel back, pull back all our energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know earlier I was like, raising attention is the way to go. But haven't we been trying to raise attention? I know I've been trying to raise attention for the past 2 years or so. But I'm small fries. You know what I mean? I'm small fries. If in order for people to hear what I'm saying, need a bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on it, y'all, and y'all are helping. Appreciate it. But it's about money. And it's hard to convince people to do the right thing when all you have to do is go, do the wrong thing. Say the wrong stuff. Say whatever we tell you to say. Don't have no integrity. Money does that. Money makes people act a fool. You know what I mean? Diabolical said, Carol Danvers is Monica's childhood idol instead of her pops, Frank. Yeah. Diabolical said, I got a feeling James Gunn is going to go with the source material and the cartoons because that's what DC had going for them. MCU, I'm afraid, is just stuck on stupid. True. And if you go back and look, for the most part, DC makes the better animated features. Fight me. DC animated movies. I mean, Marvel. What animated movies Marvel done made in the past, 5 to 7 years? Movies. And Into the Spider-Verse don't count. I'm talking about movies, like animated movies that go straight to video. They ain't had none because they know they cannot FUX with DC's movies, with their animated movies. They can't. You know what I'm saying? They Justice League movies. I know they're a little Batman heavy, but that's the only format I can stand Batman in. Seem like. Let me see. Dee Steezer says she's still third billing. Talk about Monica Rambeau. She's still third billing in the Marvels, and she has no solo film or show. Why didn't you make a Monica Rambeau show instead of going all off the reservation with this Wonder Man shite? You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I was watching some more stand-up special last night. And she was talking about, old age and how old age becomes, a fight to stay healthy. And it's like you dropping that Planko chip in the little thing on The Price is Right, and it just trying to drops down, and you don't know, what you're gonna get. High blood pressure, diabetes, you know what I'm saying? Congestive heart failure, that kind of stuff. Seem like that's what Marvel's doing. They dropping that little Planko in there. Blah, 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 blah. Wonder Man. What? Why? Who asked for that? Why don't you develop the stuff you got? Ronnie J say Marvel needs to do a soft reboot to fix everything that went wrong in phase 4. Maybe. Because it depends on what that reboot gonna look like, bruh. We already know how they gets down. These will say all new, all different era. Gray said if Superman Legacy takes off, I won't even be around for Secret Wars. Gray, I'm not giving them my money, bro. Period. It ain't worth it. You know what I mean? If they just keep, how many times do you have to get and I ain't saying nothing about anybody in particular, but how many times do we have to get disappointed by Marvel movies before we say no more? Before we say that's it. You ninjas ain't acting right. Y'all ain't doing right. Y'all ain't listening to nothing anybody's saying any place, and you just doing what you want to do, thinking we just gonna buy your brand because of who you are. Let them go, y'all. If they really want to make it right, Jonathan Livingston Seagull they asses. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. If they come back correct, I rock with you. If you don't, I never needed to in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, little bitty things like replacing the Pims with Black Widow and Hawkeye, I could kind of look at and go, okay. But then phase 2, you like Bruce Banner and Tony Stark created Ultron. What? What? Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when I started going, okay, y'all officially getting side-eye now. And then phase 3, when they seen it worked in phase 2, we going ham in phase 3. You know what I'm saying? And then they went all the way off the reservation with phase 4. And now everybody like, wait a minute. Just some bullshit. Slowly but surely people waking up, but it's still a whole lot of them because Ant-Man made 100,000 in one weekend. 100 million, excuse me, in one weekend. Running out there like that, y'all are hoping and praying hard, man. Oh, please be good. Please be good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let y'all know ahead of time. Don't do that with Guardians of the Galaxy. You're going to be even more pissed off. But don't take my word for it. Just remember, when y'all mad as hell about Guardians of the Galaxy and how it did you, see this video. I ain't going to say I told you so. I'm going to just play a little clip, this part right here, where, because I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Everybody like, ooh, I saw the trailer to Guardians of the Galaxy and I'm kind of hyped for it. Don't be. They already off the reservation. You know what I mean? Starting off, they off the reservation. You know what I mean? Adam Warlock should have been in the MCU for Infinity War and Endgame. Oh, but that don't make no sense. Yeah, it do. That's how they did it in the comics, fool. Adam Warlock was the champion of life, like Thanos was the champion of death. And Adam Warlock had an infinity gem, the soul gem, that he wore on his forehead. We ain't doing none of that, are we? We just make him Adam Warlock, some dude. You know what I mean? We got rid of the hive. We got rid of his origins coming from Earth. Uh-oh. Didn't think nobody knew, did you? Yeah, they all off the reservation, y'all. But I'm not. Don't be mad. That's all I'm saying. Don't be mad. Sang Beto say he interested to see what DC does with Jon Stewart. I hope they adapt parts of his Mosaic run eventually. You know what I'd like to see, Zane? I'd like to see Jon Stewart as a Dark Star on screen. That would be fun. Let him kind of deviate from the Lanterns for a little while and do that Dark Star thing. That would be cool to see. Grace say Rhodey, Finn, Falcon, T'Challa, and Monica have been shortchanged by Disney. And Isaiah Bradley to a certain degree. Theo says, so I can say for certain that T'Challa is in Eve Ewing's Black Panther. Thank goodness that they ain't finna replace him, because let me just stop talking. Good. That's good to hear, Theo. That really is. Yeah, you do. And a lot of times, Gray, people don't go back. And that's the problem. If they went back, if they allowed themselves to be educated or edutained, they would get that information. D. Steezer said, if James somehow gets Superman right, he'll go from 0 to 50 in my book. Still can't forgive his Guardians of the Galaxy BS. Ding, 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 ding. D. Steezer said, I feel a full reboot with a new regime is the only. Ding, 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 ding. He's on fire. He's on fire. Okay. And Diabolical Nerd seconds that, D. Steezer. Gray says some people are already there. They're just waiting for the exit. Don't wait. Get out that move right now. Because I smell smoke. I smell smoke. The building's burning. It's already on fire. If you're going to stay in that mug while it's on fire, Buddha bless you. These Diesel said, I feel young Hank and Janet could have easily been added to that Avengers roster alongside Nat and Clint. D, I know that. And you know that. I just leave right there. I know that. And you know that. Ronnie J, who really created Ultron, because I only read Black Panther comics. Yep. There's your answer right there. One Henry Pym. That first Ultimate Avengers animated film did a good job with that. Yeah, I like the first one. The first one was almost a literal adaptation of that actual run of Ultimates. I don't know why they didn't do that in the movie. Would have worked just as well. Oh, that's right. They don't read comics. Dark Stars, yeah, Dark Stars would be interesting, wouldn't it? Hulk versus and Planet Hulk were my favorite Marvel animated films. Yeah, I can see that. The Planet Hulk and the Hulk versus are the only ones I feel like stand the test. You know what I mean? Because like that Doctor Strange one and that Iron Man one was like, I like it if it ain't nothing better, but if you do something better, I'm gonna forget all about this. And that's exactly what happened. There's a Doctor Strange animated movie. It is, you know, that kind of a thing. Moyo Kids say John Stewart in space would be my preferred story. We need to see more black characters beyond the street level. These Diesel, John needs to meet Cat Matui in his show. Yes, I love Cat. Yeah, with that brick colored skin. I don't know. She's strangely. Let me stop before I get in trouble. Anyway, and be trained by her too. Well, John did some training too. As I better say facts, but don't kill Katma like in the comics. My heart can't take it. Well, D, it was more like fatality had a thing with John. Remember, she was a Green Lantern killer. I like fatality. They now for back in the day, Angela Bassett would have made a great fatality. Just out of curiosity, since tonight's theme is representation, who would be a good actress to play fatality in live action? Because I would love to see fatality. Fatality is a whole beast, man. Mario Kid said, would I be here for a DC series? If they drop it before Marvel Zombies, because if Marvel drops Marvel Zombies and then DC does Deceased, you know how that's gonna go. You'll be biting and biting and biting my style. Well, quiet is kept. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? DC bit Marvel style on that one. So yeah, I ain't as thrilled about it. Gray say Tiana Taylor. Oh. Well, she gonna have to get in the gym and learn some jits and some taekwondo and get proficient with a couple of weapons. You know what I'm saying? Or get a stunt woman who, you know, is close to her size and build, you know, so we can actually believe that's her doing it. Jay Cargill or Lashana Lynch. I'd be inclined to go with Lashana Lynch. Jay Cargill. I don't know what them acting skills like. I mean, I body slamming Muzz is one thing, but I got to believe you. You got to have those thespian chops. And not sure. Ryan Destiny got the look for faith for facility. But I know but I know you meant fatality, Zane. LOL, years later, when she was a star sapphire, her and John smashed, chilling on Mogo. Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, she was a star sapphire. Okay. Now, here's my thing about representation in general. Okay. Representation in general. You know what? Too much information not to give you an actual working definition. Okay. Typical. Nope. 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 entitled or appointed to act or speak for someone in an official capacity. Constitute, amount to. Let's forward that second one. Nicole Bahari. That's all I got to say about that, Gray. Yes. Goodness gracious, yes. Anyway, let me stop. See, y'all, I shouldn't have said nothing. Y'all are pulling up some of my favorite human beings. Now, if we're talking about constitute consists of, amounts to something that people have asked for or want to see. There's a King magazine with Nicole Bahari in it. Don't play with me, Gray. Don't play with me. I will find it. Anyway, back. Oh, she did say less. Let's get back to representation before you get me cut. Now, if representation amounts to what we want to see, what we've asked for, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, literally, but we asked for T'Challa for the better part of 2 years. And the script for that movie got written or rewritten how many times? It wasn't that they just couldn't do it. It was that they just wouldn't do it. Because there's no reason whatsoever why that couldn't have happened. Five times, at least 5 times. And you telling me every single time you rewrote that piece, you rewrote it and was unaware that there was some things lacking in it. One major thing, like, oh, we couldn't because we were in an emotional state and our hearts were compromised and we were hurting. Well, and you're still hurting. So, not to compare us to Snyder folk, but they got that Justice League Snyder version. They got the Snyder cut. They raised and railed like a mug. And they got that Snyder cut. Justice League came out and when? 2017? And then we got the Snyder cut in like what? 19? 20? Something like that? 19, I think. 2019. 2 years. What's the difference between them ranting for 2 years and us ranting for 2 years? Melanin? They got too much melanin. We ain't giving them nothing. Representation. Right? Kamoyo Kid says she little though. Fatality gotta be yoked. But she's cute. She's so cute. Sally Richardson back in the day would have been a perfect Katma Twig. Sally Richardson would have been a perfect lot of things back in the day and was. 2017 theatrical, 2027, 8, 9, 20. Okay, 4 years. Okay, so we got to rant and rave for 2 more years before they capitulate. Got it. They were white and on code. Armstead Guathney. In the Jaws novel, the mayor was having an affair with Brody's wife. Go Peter Benchley. Nicole's a strong actress. She got messed over at Fox. I know she did, Gray. She so got messed over. Millions of Snyder bots demanded that Snyder cut. Make Nicole the lantern chick with the glasses. Oh, Joe Moline is who you're thinking of, kid. Well, a lot of people have been screaming about Janelle Monáe playing that role, and she might work too. I think Janelle Monáe might work more. And they've actually gone so far as to, do little cosplay pictures and Photoshop pictures of her in the outfit. So yeah, I think Janelle Monáe would make a good one. Millions of Snyder. Yeah. Okay. Sam Beto say, give me a Black Panther Elseworlds movie written by Hickman. MCU can do whatever garbage they want with T'Challa. Elseworlds. That's DC, ain't it? Buying billboards and all that. Y'all want to do a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe? I'm with that. So let's get on board, make that stuff happen. Somewhere right in front of Disneyland. Because they got all kind of billboards on Sunset. So, matter of fact, I got a homeboy that used to be in the porno industry that lives in LA. He lives in North Hollywood. Maybe I could hit him up and see if we can get a line on that. More to follow. We want the greatest Black character in comics back. That's the difference, in my opinion. But the fight isn't over yet. I say get them OG female lanterns right before they start bringing in newer characters. Shit. I say get a Green Lantern right before you start bringing in more characters. Do one Green Lantern right before we start going off into all this other stuff. I thought that was Dreyfuss' character in Jaws mess with Brody's wife. Hooper. Oh. Thunder from Black Lightning as fatality. Yes. Her name is Nafisa. I want to say Nafisa. Nafisa Williams. Yes, that is her name. Nafisa Williams. Oh shit. She's same age as my daughter. I like Jessica Cruz, but she's still relatively new. Nah, don't do Jessica Cruz yet, because you got to do that Volthoom thing, and we ain't even got the Guardians of Oa thing fleshed out good yet. So yeah, don't put the carriage before the horse. That's the mistake Marvel makes. They always put the carriage before the horse. We want you to see the finished product before you see the journey to that finished product. So we ain't gonna give you no story arc. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all. Now, I don't like Simon Bass. I don't like him. I don't like him with his ski mask, baby. You asked for it, baby. I really do not like him. We do not need a Justice League full of Green Lanterns. You just don't. You call it the Lantern League if that's the case. Should be a rule. No more than one lantern serving on the league at a time. We do not need 50, 60 million bajillion Green Lanterns on the Justice League. Because at one point they had Simon, Jessica, and John on the squad. I'm like, come on, man. That's like having Batman, Nightwing, and Batgirl in the Justice League. Remember, the previous canceled GL show featured Jessica, Simon, Guy, and Alan. Yeah, but it wasn't the Justice League. Now, this is something else I want to say about representation, and that Snyder Cut is a perfect example. Folks raised, and railed about that. You know what I'm saying? They calling them a cult. They were calling them everything abnormal in the book that you could think of. You could call me anything you want except a guy who ain't going to get T'Challa recast. That's how I feel about that. You call me crazy, you troll, you can talk all this smack, because they do. You know, but I'm not going to be moved off my square when it comes to that. You know, it's just like everybody else gets to get represented. Everybody else gets to see themselves adequately and accurately represented. Why is that such a hard thing to do when it comes to Black people? Why is it that we don't have enough Black people behind the camera who want to see these things? And when I ain't talking about your John Ridleys, and I ain't talking about your Nate Moores, they ain't the only Black people on earth in the motion picture industry. Why are there not more why are there not more Black financed, produced projects of that nature? Regina King being attached to Bitterroot with Ryan Coogler, I think, set to direct, is the only thing I've heard of that's coming up in the future. What else we got? You know, I got celebrities telling me they ain't the least bit interested in superheroes because it's make-believe, imaginary, and all of that bull crap. But a movie is make-believe and imaginary too. But you'll go and see a movie. You don't pick up no books. You don't read no books. But you'll go see a movie. But you don't want to see no sci-fi, no fantasy with your people in it. Why is that? Diesel say he liked the Green Lantern comic with Simon and Jessica. Different strokes, brother. One lantern for the league and two headlining the series and films. How it should be. In my opinion, saying Beto says John works best in space. Jose Gomez in the building. Gray, especially when it comes to the superheroes specifically created for that Black representation. Now, the other day, I was listening to Kanye. Save your thoughts. Now, Kanye was on some BS about Black Panther, saying they got people listening to, watching, reading about a black character that was created by a white person. Now, before I go into that, let me just say Kanye has worn a MAGA hat and kicked it with Donald Trump. In my opinion, he doesn't get to talk about those kinds of things. But it brings up an interesting point. It apparently does not matter who creates a black character. If a black person creates a black character or if a white person creates a black character, the result seems like it's the same. Yay or nay? Pro recasters being compared to Snyderbots, Trump supporters, Elon Musk fanatics. I have been on the outside looking in and on the inside looking out. And I can say you got fanatical people in every group, every faction. You got radical people in every group and every faction. Some people are more radical than others. And I will leave it at that. And they're not getting any of those roles either. Come on now. Kamoyo Kid said, because once they get in the house, they don't care about those on the field. Plantation mentality. He said Kanye has several variants. Oh, Zane Beto say, yay, a wild boy. Yes, he is. Did y'all know he just recently got married? To a woman who looks like who looks like a Russian villain or some kind of KGB female assassin. I mean, she giving off all the wrong energy. And that's what I'm like, Kanye, you talk about folks and representation and stop it. You're not well. You're not well, dude. You know what I'm saying? Go take something. Say take a pill, something. Dude don't get to represent me when he not representing. So let's just leave it at that. I was just referencing his conversation. I ain't saying it was good or bad in no way like that. But me personally, he don't get to represent me. All I'm saying. He got some things. He's a very, 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 very intelligent man, but he's a very, 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 very touched man too. Says Steven Seagal probably introduced them. He lives in Russia. Steven Seagal. Scarlet Centaurian variant, yay, married a Kim K. Renslayer variant. Y'all are very creative. I like that though. I like that, Gray. I like that. Maybe why not Ramatut yay? Or Tony Stark yay? Anywho, y'all. Final question. How do you feel about Black Kang? Since it was totally unnecessary for Kang to be black. How do you feel about that? Because I group Kang and Wonder Man together. As far as I can say, they both were not necessary at all. Because if we're being perfectly honest, and Kang is supposed to be either a descendant, and I believe, Theo and I discussed this in last night's live. Kang is supposed to be a descendant of either Nathaniel Richards or Victor Von Doom. Ain't gonna come out with that skin color. And I get over 1,000 years, the gene pool can be very polluted, and so it is not an unreasonable concept or idea for it to be a black Kang. Somebody retracted their statement. You get ready to come with the funk like your grandpa's feet, huh? Okie doke. Kanye was Ramatut on that Power video. If Kang was Ramatut, how could he be Egyptian? Wasn't it Nathaniel Richards who went back in time and became Ramatut? And him doing that is what caused Ramatut variants. But yeah, I mean, and also, Kamoyo Kid, it is also a historical fact. Egyptians were very, 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 very inbred and mixed race. You had Greeks, you had Romans, you had Persians. Everybody was all up in Egypt, flipping and tripping and smashing and thrashing. So you got all kinds of mixtures of gumbo in the pot as far as Egyptians are concerned. I understand Kemet is in Africa, but still a lot of other people was in Africa too. So yeah, no. Ronnie J said, I haven't taken Kanye West seriously since his album College Graduation. Again, I was simply referencing the conversation, not anything good or bad about Kanye, and not my personal opinion. Just we talking about Kanye. They're going to get a lot of mileage out of Jonathan Majors in his Kang role and variants. These say Kanye variant from the West Coast Avengers School of College Dropouts. Or Kanye and the Great Lakes Avengers. Yeah, let's rock with them Great Lakes Avengers. How is it Mr. Immortal gets on the screen in the MCU before a lot of other people? A Great Lakes Avenger made it to the screen before a lot of other Avengers could have or should have. Black Kang is meh. Majors should be T'Challa. Kamoyo Kid, I can't tell if you're joking or not. Jonathan Majors as T'Challa. That would be a cool reveal if he took off all that armor and was like, it is I, T'Challa, the Black Panther. I was just checking. Oh, Ronnie J said, I have to be honest, since I don't know that much about Kang and Kang the Conqueror. From the comics, I have to be honest, I'm really not bothered by it. You're in that demographic that doesn't know. So I rest my case. There you go. You don't know. So it ain't no big deal. I'll spend my money. I guess where I'm at now with it, Ronnie, is I have seen enough of what they choose to represent to know that they either cannot or will not represent me adequately unless I keep, hey, be like a little kid that want to go outside like back in the day. Hey, mama, can I go outside? Mama, 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 mama. Can I go outside? Mama, mama. That's how we're going to have to be with that. You know what I'm saying? We just going to have to keep nagging and nagging and nagging and nagging and nagging until, you know what I'm saying? Until they figure out we ain't no passing phase. We ain't no fanatics. We ain't no cult. You know what I'm saying? We just some folks that are out here advocating. And you can't stop us from advocating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe they could if they was like, we don't want you. They could, but they're going to have to. That's where I'm at with it. ABC tried to bring Squirrel Girl in a new Warriors show. Glad they canceled that trash. Squirrel Girl is one of them gratuitously created characters. Just, I don't like her. I don't like her. Kamoyo Kid said, Major's character in Lovecraft Country is why I say that. He was a strong brother surrounded by sisters trying to navigate a world bent on his destruction. They locked in Majors a month after Chadwick's passing. That part. Diesel. Facts on Kane. He came from the future to the past, not the other way around. Too many folks act like he begun in ancient Egypt, like he's in Sabanur. That's apocalypse for you people who don't read comic books. I wanted Majors as Blue Marvel. Too young looking. Aldous Hodge would make a better Blue Marvel. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. Aldous Hodge. My man that played Diggle on Arrow, he'd probably be a good Blue Marvel. You know, we just need somebody with a presence. You know what I mean? I mean, Jonathan Majors is ripped up, but he's not that presence. You know what I mean? It's just not to me. Kamoya Kid said, T'Challa is a complex character. His actors should be able to bring that forward. I agree. These will say, only time I liked Squirrel Girl was when she was Luke and Jessica's nanny. When they made her punk Dr. Doom with a bunch of squirrels, I was done. That's all I needed to see. I was done. I was like, F Squirrel Girl. She fought Galactus. And stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see Daredevil beat up Galactus. You know what I mean? If you're just going to put a way underpowered character in there and then give her some kind of nits that just makes her whoop everybody's ass, it's a dumb plot device to me. To me, that's a dumb plot device. That's what I'm saying, D. I can't go with that. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, like I said yesterday, you cannot put an apple inside of orange peeling and call it an orange. That is what representation, like what they're doing with Wonder Man and Kang and whatever else other project they're going to try to blackerize, is about. It's nothing but a gimmick, a stunt to get more asses in seats. And we falling for it. A lot of us are falling for it. So I don't know what to say, y'all. I don't know what to say. That's the long and short of it. Ronnie J said, now let me say this. I won't rush out to see this new Ant-Man movie because of him. I just think Jonathan Majors is a good actor right now. Okay. And I will not fault you for that, Ronnie. You are perfectly entitled to do whatever you want to do with your hard-earned guap. I ain't counting nobody's money, bruh. Gray said, you can't make chicken tetrazzini out of chicken shit either. I have a similar parting statement. And I'm going to hit y'all with it right now. And then we're going to bounce out. Just a reminder. Folks like to ignore the truth of who folks are because they say they have potential. Well, worthless feces has the potential to be valuable fertilizer, but that doesn't mean you shall pick up every piece of shit you come across. Now, does it? That's all I got, y'all. This has been my live for Thursday. I appreciate all y'all coming out, rocking with me. Gray, Ronnie J, D Diesel, Zang Beto, Grandmadam Taro. Goodness, I couldn't even say it. Kamoyo Kid, Professor, the film fan, and of course, my man, Theo B from I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying. Y'all check out my man Theo on Wednesdays. His live is normally on Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. But me and him did a collaborative live last night. So that's why he didn't get his regular live. But he made up for it by doing his early. But I'm sure he told y'all to rock with him at the normal time. I just so love where love is supposed to be showed at. Folks rock with me, I rock with them. Folks support me, I support them. And so y'all support my man Theo. Continue to support him. Continue to support me. And we'll continue to keep giving y'all what y'all deserve. I will be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Peace, fam.